Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Oils for Success during online learning. We have so many amazing people joining us for this class today. We have two of our Crossline friends that are teachers and moms as well, and we're going to be sharing with you lots of information about how to have success using oils and products for this distant learning, online learning that we are kind of all thrown into. So I just want to introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Michelle Douglas, and I've been using oils for about 6 years now, and they've just completely changed my life and my kids' lives. I used to teach preschool. I was a preschool teacher for 2 to 3-year-olds. I had the little babies in my classroom for about 6 years. And now I am a distant learning mom teacher. I did get my teaching credential in college, so I do have credential background classes as well. So now I'm teaching my kids at home. So that's fun. And my daughter is 15 in high school, and I have a son who is 11 in 6th grade. So 2 different sides, high school and elementary school, homeschool teaching. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to our co-teachers for today so they can introduce themselves as well.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Reinen, and I have been a Young Living member for I don't know how long. I don't know, actually, maybe 4 years. Is it? I don't even know. Maybe Michelle knows, but maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years. But I hadn't really gotten serious until like a few months ago, actually, because I was teaching, and teaching took up my whole life, like my whole life. So I didn't really have much other time for anything else. So I taught 2nd grade. I'm taking this year off to be with my girls. They are not learning online, which is awesome for me. I love it because, yeah, and we're moving. So yeah, I'm going in this whirlwind of moving time right now. So anyways, Ashley.
So my name is Ashley Harrison. I have been using Young Living since 2014, but I joined and jumped into the business aspect of it about 6 to 8 months ago, and I love it. Like, oils have changed my life as well. And I have actually been teaching for 16 years. I'm a special education teacher, and I've spent all 16 years as a special education teacher. So I have a pretty extensive background in a variety of working with a variety of families who have a variety of just different disabilities within their families. I'm also the mom to a 9-year-old, Allison. She's in 4th grade. And so I've been virtually teaching my kids, and she's been virtually learning this whole time. And I can tell you that from firsthand experience, it's a juggling act. I don't think I've perfected it. I don't expect perfection, but it's definitely been a journey to try to navigate how to support myself, how to support my child, how to support my students and their families in this virtual format. So I'm really excited that we were able to come together and just be able to share oils to support you as a parent, or you as a parent and a parent of lots of children, or maybe even one child. So hopefully something that you learned tonight will be helpful and beneficial for you and your child or children. All right, Jen, it's your turn. You're muted. There you go.
So I just wanted to start off by kind of getting to know, and we all wanted to get to know you guys a little bit more. So kind of just like a peek and a pit about online learning for you. So a peek would be like, I really like spending a lot of time with my kids. Like, I get to spend more time with my kids, and I get to see what they're actually learning. And I get to be there, as they struggle and as they succeed in their learning. So that's a peak. And then a pit would be like, I'm not really getting that much work done at home. I don't really like teaching my child math or something. So a peak and a pit of your experience for online learning. So let's see, let's do it with, let's start with Catherine. Do you want to start? Do you have a
Sure.
Okay.
I work with Ashley, which is how I knew about this. And I am not a parent, but I'm a teacher. So I think my peak is like getting to see the kids who really struggle with peer interactions, being able to see them have academic success while not having some of those hardships for them is really nice. I would say the pit is, or another peak is that my house is extremely clean because I've been home more. And I would say a pit is those kids who are struggling academically online, and like I just stopped working. I still have my computer laptop open, and it's just I work until I go to sleep at night, and it seems like it's still not going super great. So it's really hard to put all that time in and not exactly see the results you want. But
nice. Christina, do you want to go?
Sure, sorry. I think the peak is, yeah, I mean, it's a peak and a pit is having everyone home. It's awesome. But it's really hard to be a teacher. Like they get frustrated. I think our biggest thing is like, they get frustrated that I'm trying to be a teacher when they want me to just be their mom. And so the fighting that way of like, well, maybe you could try to do this project this way is like, you know, like just in trying to keep everybody cool and calm and collected during the parent teacher teaching is difficult for sure.
Right. Totally.
So that would probably be my pit.
Peak pit. Your peak pit. I like that. Let's see, Karen.
Hi, just a little background. I'm actually family friends with Christina. So, and I'm currently in Chicago, Illinois. So I'm not sure where everyone else is. So I have 3 kids, 2 of which are doing online learning from the house all 5 days. And then I have a 3-year-old who I have to take to preschool or play school 3 of the days. So I would say my peak of this whole experience is hearing the encouraging words from the teachers for the girls, because I'm sitting in another room from especially my 4th grader. So that's really nice to hear when they have little successes on a daily basis. The pit is that I can't sing and dance while I'm trying to vacuum and clean my house, because I get told to be quiet because they're on Zoom calls and what have you. So, yeah, having everyone home when I'm supposed to be having my like alone time during the day is probably my pet. So,
yeah. All right, get it. I get it. Naomi, are you?
Sure, hi. So I'm not a parent, but I do have a younger sibling who's home doing schooling. I'm also a student right now, so we're kind of 2 students here, but I do teach online to kids in China early in the morning. So that's my teaching right now. I'll be doing student teaching next semester, so some of this will definitely probably apply at that point. So yeah, PITS, let's see, PITS. I guess as is from a student's perspective, having online learning has been challenging this semester. Typically an A+ student, and this semester I've definitely had some bumpy roads, so we'll see how it goes. Hoping for the best.
Nice. I love this honesty, vulnerability. Nice. Helen, did you want to share? I know Cheryl just said that she's making dinner. Did you want to share, Cheryl, or not?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? This is Helen.
Hey, Helen.
Hi, I'm calling in from my phone. I've never done Zoom from my phone before. We were just driving. I just got in. I'll share very quickly. So I usually teach Qigong and also the Young Living classes in person, and now doing it from Zoom, and especially doing my meditation and Qigong classes, not seeing people in person. You just don't get the feeling the same, there's that communication is very, very different. So that's, that's the pit for sure, and how to get around that. And how to, the good thing is I get to be home and be in my pajamas and, that sort of thing. But I have grandchildren who are all remote learning and struggling in certain ways. So I can't wait to hear some of your, tips and tips of the trade.
Okay, so I think that's everybody. Michelle, did you want to do your why? Is that what we're doing?
So what we're going to talk about now is a little bit about why we chose Young Living. So some of you are already members. I think most of you are members, but this is also getting into why we choose Young Living and why not just Joe Schmo oil from Amazon, right? So a little bit about Young Living. We are the oldest essential oil company in the world. We've been around since 1994, mom and pop shop. Gary and Mary Young started it all many, many moons ago in his backyard, doing everything in his power, traveling all around the world. And I was just going to show you a book, and he is like, was Mr. Know-it-all of all the oil information. But what I love about Young Living is that we own our own farms. We own farms all across the entire world. And as a member of Young Living, you are allowed to attend and go to any of the farms all across the world. You are welcome there as a member. They invite you, they want you there because they want to show you that there's no man behind the curtain, there's no hidden agenda, there is no pesticides, there's weeds growing because we don't use pesticides. We don't, it's all natural and it's 100% pure. So you can see this distillation process. I've actually been to the farms a few times and I helped plant a little lavender plant myself into the ground. I mean, when you actually get to feel the soil and see the seed to seal in person, it just, gratifies and helps you make the decision that this is the essential oil company that you want to use, and the oils and products that you want to take for yourself and put on your children or bring into your house for you to breathe, and you want to make sure that it's the purest and the best quality, right? So that's a little bit about Young Living. And I think Jen's going to tell you a little bit about the different ways that we use essential oils.
Yeah, okay, so there's 3 different ways to use essential oils, right? We can inhale or diffuse. And when we inhale, in our hand or in our palm, the oils are going essentially right through the nose, the mucous membranes of your nose, and into the limbic system of your brain. That takes about 22 seconds. So you're getting those amazing ingenious blends into your brain in 22 seconds to do what they're supposed to be doing, like clarify or take you to your highest potential or whatever that is. And then ingesting, you can use the vegetarian capsules and make your own capsules, or you can take the Young Living supplements, which is one of the reasons why I started using Young Living, is to change my supplement from Thorne. I usually use Thorne supplements, and now I use almost all Young Living supplements because of the bioavailability. And so we're ingesting not only like a vitamin D, but everything else that the other oils that go into the vitamin D with Young Living. So ingestion can get into the ingesting an oil can get into your bloodstream within 2 minutes. And then 20 minutes it can get the oils get into within every cell. And you can like feel the vibration. Like I actually feel the vibration from my supplements when I take them because of the ability for them to get into my body because of the plant essence. And then again, topically, we can get the essential oils and use them topically. As you may or may not know, your skin is your largest organ. So if you put an oil on your skin, it's going to get into your body and through your skin, which is your largest organ. You can put it in the area of where you want it to go into. If you want it to be near your, going to your liver, you can put it on your skin near your liver, and so on. So those 3 different ways to use essential oils.
All right, so I am going to highlight 3 oils for parents, but you can definitely use them for kids too. So the first one is Stress Away. This is actually in a roller bottle. You can buy Stress Away in a regular bottle, but we bought the roller bottle because it's just easier to apply. So Stress Away does exactly what the label says. You can apply it like Jen was saying to your neck. You can apply it, to your wrist. You can apply it to like right under your nose. You can also diffuse it. It's a blend oil, so within the bottle of Stress Away, it's got balsam copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, osatia, and lavender, and it promotes relaxation and calm. So if I was just telling Catherine 2-hour meeting today, afterwards, I'm like lathering my neck in it because I was just like, at that point, I was done. And my child's like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, yes, give me fresh air. But I was covered in Stress Away because I needed all the things. It can be diffused to promote relaxation. You can put it in a little car diffuser in your car. If you don't have a diffuser for your car, you can put it on a cotton ball and put it in your vents in your car. It's a great way to just kind of diffuse all the things and just relax. So that's the first oil I'm highlighting. The next one is Valor. This is one of my all-time favorite oils. I love putting Valor on my wrists, and then holding my wrists together. And then I usually will feel some kind of a sensation or tingle, and I inhale it. So we call this our Brave oil. Valor is really great to diffuse when actually, sorry, I'm hopping ahead. So I'm going to talk about Valor for kids, but you can use it for parents too. Sorry, guys. I'm going to highlight peppermint. Moving on to peppermint. Peppermint you can diffuse while you're working. It's really great at uplifting your mood as a parent. If you wake up in the morning and you're like, gosh, I don't know if I can make it through today, put it in your diffuser, put a little drop in your shower when you're taking a shower. The heat will also allow the oil to kind of diffuse naturally in the shower. It's a great way to wake you up and get a little pep in your step. The Vitality oils, which have the white label, has a peppermint. That's a great one to add to your water. If you're feeling like you need a little boost of energy and tea and coffee is not your thing, you can use peppermint in your water. It's just known for focusing, uplifting, energy boosting. It's great to apply to your chest after a workout if you're feeling like you need some support or a mood booster that way as well. And I also like to put it on the bottoms of my feet. If I'm feeling kind of like overwhelmed or frustrated or flushed, it's a good way to cool your skin down naturally. Hey, cutie pie. The last thing that I'm going to highlight is actually a supplement. And this is one of Young Living's newer supplements. It's a vitamin D. It's called Super Vitamin D. All of our supplements have essential oils in them, which is what I really also love that. You just don't, sometimes if you're buying a supplement, you don't know what all of that stuff that's in it is. And I love that Young Living adds essential oils to their supplements. So the Super Vitamin D is vegan friendly and it's plant-based. It helps to promote respiratory health, which we all really could use right now, right? It helps your immune system. If you don't have enough vitamin D, you will feel run down. So vitamin D is a vital vitamin for your body. And it's not as simple as going and sitting in the sun. If you're deficient in vitamin D, you're going to feel it in your system. It's a proprietary dissolving tablet that just makes it easy to, take and continue on your way. It has lemon balm in it, which helps with mood and hormone regulation. It also has lime peel oil and Melissa plant oil. And vitamin D helps with bone growth. I mean, that's what you hear, right? Drink more milk because it has vitamin D in it. So if you don't get enough vitamin D, you definitely need that for your bone and muscle growth or health. And I love that our supplements don't have gluten, soy, dairy, egg, shellfish, nut-containing allergies. Most of the supplements don't have nut-containing allergies. And that's something that's really shows you the purity of the supplement. So those are the 3 I'm highlighting right now. And I think Michelle's going to share the next couple.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to highlight a couple for parents and a few that are super important that I've been using. First and foremost, Peace and Calming. PC, guys. Okay, so when I first got started with Young Living, Peace and Calming was not in the premium starter kit. So all of you guys that got started the past few years and got this in your starter kit, you are one lucky camper, because it was out of stock for like years when I first got started. Oh, this light is not good, sorry. And so there we go. Anyways, Peace and Calming. What I love about Peace and Calming is it makes me feel like I can actually take a breath when I put Peace and Calming on. What I like to do with Peace and Calming, and a lot of you got these in your starter kit, you get a little roller top and a roller and a top. You can make it an instant roller by putting this on, and you can just roll it right on your chest, right on your wrists. I feel like I can take a deep breath once I have Peace and Calming on, because you need that feeling of calm as a parent and as a teacher, because let's face it, we have tantrums too, right? Like, it's not just the little kids and the students having the tantrums. I had a tantrum the other day because I was like, just sit down and listen. And then I was like, okay, I need to take myself back, go get my oils, put some Peace and Calming on, take some deep breaths. And then I felt like I could handle it. So Peace and Calming is amazing. Like I said, on a roller, you could put it in the diffuser. It smells delicious in the diffuser. It has a lot of citrus oils, which I'm a big fan of, and I'll tell you more about it later. But citrus oils are like our jam in our house. Tangerine, orange, ylang ylang. It has patchouli in there. It also has blue tansy, which is why it was out of stock for so long, many years ago. And blue tansy helps combat anger and negativity in your emotions. So it's a powerhouse oil by itself, blue tansy, and it's one of the oils in this blend, Peace and Calming. So this is a must have for parents, kids, teachers, everybody. Another one that I want to highlight, and I don't have it up here, but I wanted to talk about, is Citrus Fresh. So Citrus Fresh, oh, there it is, thank you. Came in your starter kit. Again, super lucky it wasn't in the kit when I first got started, but again, with the citrus oils, I'll tell you a little quick story. My son, who is very sensitive with smells, does not like any oils except the citrus oils. Every oil, he's like, get that away from me. So I used to sneak into his room at night, roll it on the bottom of his feet, down his spine while he was completely asleep. That's how I got the oils on him. But now he is like telling me that he loves the citrus oil. So I'm like, okay, great. So his favorite, tangerine, orange, lemon, and in Citrus Fresh, you have all of those. Plus you have spearmint, which is delicious as well. It comes in a Vitality, and I also want to specify the difference between a Vitality and a regular oil. And anyone have a Vitality that they can hold up? So in your kit, you see, Ashley's got one right there. In your kit, you got some oils that have a white label, and then you have some that have a regular label. So the FDA asked us to separate some labels for internal consumption. So that can be taken internally, made with, to make with your food, in your water, tea, etc. But honestly, the same oil of rosemary right here that I have right here and the white label of rosemary is the same oil. So just had to throw that out there when you are looking through your oils and wondering the difference. So Citrus Fresh, again, comes in a Vitality. So we can say that you can take it internally, helps with cleansing the body. It has grapefruit and all these great citrus oils that you just want to ingest and get into your body. They're all mood boosting oils in Citrus Fresh. We like to diffuse it in the morning. It's a great diffuser blend for the morning routine. And the last one that I'm going to talk about is a supplement that Young Living has, and it's called Ningxia Red. Right here is a little packet. Some of you that got your kit, you get 2 packets of these as a sample in your starter kit. We've moved on, we get these, but we also get the big bottles at our house. And so Ningxia Red, I just got some facts over here, so I'm gonna read you a couple facts, has 19 amino acids and over 20 trace minerals. So it's from the Ningxia wolfberry in China, and also known as the goji berry. And it's basically like a supplement, like a puree. It's not just a drink, it's like an actual puree of the Ningxia wolfberry with all sorts of other fruit juices, blueberry, pomegranate, plum, all great with high antioxidants. So the Ningxia wolfberry has the highest antioxidant level of any food on the planet, which is amazing. It promotes health through supports the body's normal cellular function, gives you energy, supports normal eye health, great for your cardiovascular system. What else? Helps prevent against oxidative stress. So I'm just reading a few because there's so many benefits of Ningxia Red. Every system of the body can benefit: your eyes, your heart, your stomach, your everything. So if you're when in doubt and you need to support something, Ningxia Red. Okay, so, and you can always text the person or message the person who got you started or brought you to this class, because through our uplines, we have lists of like 21 reasons why you should be drinking Ningxia Red. So if they don't have it, we can get it for you. And there's so much great information about Ningxia Red out there, and it is a game changer. So have to share about that. Okay.
All right, I'm going to talk about clarity. To start, clarity is boom. Clarity is like my fave oil right now because my house is in disarray because I'm moving. And if you are teaching 4 kids from home, Karen, or is it 4 or 3 or 4 or 5? 3. It's chaos, right? And like, you know, I used to teach 20 kids. So it was like huffing clarity in the morning just kind of grounds me. It like just kind of like gets me to like the space where I can say less words more intentionally, you know? Like that jumble feeling that you get when there's tons of things going on. Clarity just kind of grounds you. It makes things a little bit more clear. The kids don't, it's very specific, the smell. The kids like it, some of them, and some of them don't. It's like very specific. Like it's basil, strong, like strong basil. So your kids are gonna like it or they're not. So there's basil, cardamom, rosemary, peppermint, coriander, geranium, bergamot, lemon, ylang-ylang, jasmine, Roman chamomile, and palm rosa in this bammer. And so it's an impactful oil. It's I use it to start the day on my temples, behind my neck, my third eye. I've been keeping it in the bathroom also, just in case when I go to the bathroom and I'm like, you know, because like that, I don't have a time where I sit down. Like, and when I was at school, I would keep it right next to the document camera. This and Peace and Calming right next to the document camera, just in case there's like a pop. Well, most of the time I mean, let's face it, when you're teaching kids, you're like talking and then you're pausing, and then I'm like, you know, like just huffing this because, or peace and calm. Clarity is when you need to be clear about what you're teaching, when you need to be clear about, you know, when you're teaching them math, or you know, less words, more intentionally, clarity. Or when you're packing up your whole house. But we're not talking about that, it's a different class. This is also a nice boost midday. So like your kids are tired, you're feeling tired, a little bit of clarity is kind of like another coffee, or instead of coffee, you know, clarity. What else did I put down for this? Oh, as a diffuser blend, you can pop it in with some peppermint, like Ashley was talking about, and then it will, like, it's immediate focus. Like if I would do this midday with my kids when they come in after lunch, it's like clarity and then a little bit of peppermint, and the kids are like, let's learn. All of them, like all 22 kids were like, let's learn. No, just kidding. But I thought so. It's nice to have that intentionality, right? So there's clarity. And then lavender, which is like the best smelling oil, or why a lot of people get into Young Living essential oils, right? Lavender. This oil reminds the limbic system to be in a calm state of being. So again, another one to put into the bathroom, you know, so that you can go and just smell it in the bathroom by yourself. When you're explaining something to your student, to your child, and they're not getting it, and you're like, you know, spinning, and you just walk away, and you just go into the, you know, drawer, and you just, you know, and then you come back, and then you just explain it again, and, you know, lavender. That's how it is, right? I remember dropping some of this on one of my kids' like chair when they were out at recess, like just a little bit of that, and, you know, just seeing how it goes, like just a little drop on the chair. It brings you into a calm state of being. Okay, so when your kids get a little bit amped, cedarwood and lavender in the diffuser. Cedarwood and lavender, so calm, like this total chill mood. So if your kid is too amped, which almost all my kids were always amped, because I always get the kids that are really amped because I'm super amped, because I'm a kinesthetic learner. Lavender is amazing for nervous tension. So if your kids are getting nervous about being online, they're nervous about a test, they're nervous about anything, lavender. To refresh in the room, like say you explained something, it didn't work, you went back to something, your kid's frustrated, they're like out of whack, a little lavender, lemon, peppermint will kind of like refresh in the room, kind of bring that spa feeling back into your like, you know, into the room if it's gotten a little bit out of control, like with like tension. Like I think sometimes when I'm teaching something and it's like kind of confusing, or I can see that the kids are all like deer in headlights, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do some, like I would do like a go noodle yoga or whatever, and I just go over to the diffuser and a little lavender, a little peppermint, little lemon, just redo. Yeah, I just got this book, the kids book by Annie Hauser. This book has got some amazing roller recipes and stuff, but it has recipes for teenagers, which I think is kind of hard to like. It's a population that's kind of hard to like find information about, because everybody's babies and whatever. But so there's teenagers in here, and they talk about how it's so important for teenagers to get sleep, but then teenagers want to stay up all night, right? And so she talks about peace and calming and lavender at night, diffusing that. Yeah, and then I mean maybe like what Michelle does, maybe sneaking it on their feet or like sneaking it in their room before they go to bed so that they fall asleep, because they need to go to bed. They need to go to bed. Like those teenagers, they need sleep. And so Annie Hauser, this is an amazing book. She has a whole page on teenagers, but she's got kids recipes too for rollers. And then she also talks about, yeah.
Peace and calming for me. So I have 2 teenagers. Peace and calming in lavender is my, like, everybody else with the little kids does the peace and calming for the tantrum roller. Peace and calming and lavender is my teenage tantrum trainer through and through. And I have that book and I didn't even know that it was in there, but it's like, it gets big teenage emotions down like lickety split, like instant. And I just put the diffusers like in the hallway outside of their room or in the common areas that they're in. And I will attest to
Love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Do you have the diffusers like next to them when they're like doing their school online learning?
So my girls love oils and they will have them all the time. My son is now like, nope, not doing it. So I have a diffuser. We have an old house that has like a back maid staircase and his room is at the top of it. And I have a diffuser in the kitchen, like at the bottom of the staircase, and all the air goes right up the staircase and into his room. So I just let it, yeah. Or I put it on myself and I give him go in for the big.
Yeah, you're like,
I rub his neck. Exactly. Totally. It works. He has no idea. But yeah, really good for teenagers.
sneak attack, good. Yes. Thank you. You guys add in stuff, add in things, because this is like a forum for us to talk about, you know, our wins. And then she's like, they're plotting against me. No. And then, yeah, so for focus in this book, she also talks about for focus, frankincense, lemon, and joy. So that would be like the clarity for teenagers is the lemon, frank, and joy. Yeah, I guess that's about most of what I've got to say about lavender and clarity.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. Okay, now I'm going to move into Valor. I know I jumped the gun earlier. So Valor is, like I was saying, a brave oil or courageous oil. It's a blend oil. So the blend within Valor is blue spruce, camphor, blue tansy, which goes back to what Michelle was saying about it's an anger diffuser, vitality diffuser, frankincense, geranium, and it's just like a put on your armor oil and like conquer the world. I mean, that's the only way I can explain it. And like I said, I put it on my wrists and I just hold my wrists together for, 5-10 seconds. And then you can inhale it that way. And it just kind of helps to ground you. It's a really good grounding oil. A lot of people use it for yoga. For parents, it helps to enhance your skin. So if you're feeling like virtual learning is taking the life out of you, you can apply it to your skin. It'd be really great. But for kids, it's just an empowering and uplifting oil. And I also want to highlight a new oil that Young Living just came out with called Kid Power. It's got a yellow label. It's like the Valor for kids. And I haven't gotten mine yet, but word on the street is it smells like a creamsicle. So it's lemon and like an orange scent. And Kid Power has black spruce, blue tansy again, frankincense, geranium, hoe wood, orange, and manila. And Kid Power is really the same thing. It's Valor for grown-ups and adults initially, and now we have Kid Power, which promotes the same sort of thing, courage, positivity at school or on the playground. You can put it on your wrists, you can put it on the back of your neck. It gives kids the feeling of encouragement and courage and confidence. It helps to diffuse fear and doubt and worry. And I know that's a big thing virtual learning in and of itself has a lot of big emotions for little kids is what I'm finding. I work with kids in 2nd and 3rd grade. And I see kids like Catherine was saying, on a daily basis who either are thriving in virtual learning or they're not. I haven't really found any of the middle of the road kid yet. So I think, if you can give your child a tool or some tools that are, plant-based, it's really beneficial. I was going to hop on to what Michelle said. My child's oil that she has will not say anything else is give me peace and calming, and you can't touch the bottle, it's mine. So like that's her oil that she's declared as hers. You could definitely make mists and spray them all throughout the house. That's a great way. Some people are making mask mists, Naomi, to when they wear their masks out. So I'm excited to get Kid Power to see what her thing is with that. If her jam is still peace and calming, or if Kid Power is also her jam. She does love Valor, so I'm really curious to see what she thinks with that. And it's just it helps to just balance. Everybody just needs some balance. Take a little deep breath. We all need that in our lives, right? So those are the two oils, but I want to also highlight Kid Sense Unwind, and it's not just for kids, even though it's a Kid Sense product. It comes in a little packet like this, and it's advertised to put on your tongue and to let it kind of disintegrate in your mouth. My child has decided to put it in her milk, and her comparison to adding it to milk is it tastes like bubble tea. Like the milk bubble tea when it's like sweet, because it's a watermelon flavor. So she doesn't like it on her tongue because it actually has black pepper in it, and it can be a little bit of a spice, but she's added it to milk, and she says she still feels the same effect. I just put it in my mouth and in my tongue and let it, disintegrate, but she's been adding it to milk, and that's been her jam. So why is Unwind great? Like, why is it, kids can use it, adults can use it. I know that plenty of adults are using it. It has L-theanine in it, which occurs naturally in green tea, but it also helps to promote a sense of relaxation while diffusing occasional irritability. You can use it one day and still feel effects of it the next, which is really great. So if she'll take it at night, kind of to unwind. She still is feeling that the next morning, which, can't beat that, right? It also has 5-HTP in it, which works with the L-theanine, and that helps promote a calm state and relieve stress, and magnesium. So a lot of times people say, my kid's not sleeping, and someone's like, take melatonin. Well, that's great, but melatonin doesn't really keep you asleep. It helps you fall asleep, but once you're in a deeper sleep, it can sometimes too much melatonin can cause children to wake up, or it can cause night terrors. I know that when I used to put Allie with melatonin, if she had too much, she would have really horrible dreams. So melatonin doesn't really work for some kids. Magnesium is a better option because it kind of balances everything out. So the magnesium here in the Unwind is naturally derived, and it's necessary in over 300 metabolic reactions in your body. That's a lot. And it plays a role in defending against sleeplessness, and it helps to give you calm. So that's why I prefer this, because there isn't melatonin in it. And like I said, some kids are sensitive to that. A little bit of melatonin in a kiddo, especially a developing brain, goes a long way. And I think the other part is, I think sometimes I've seen kids develop a kind of an addiction to melatonin. They need it to sleep. Allie doesn't take Unwind every night, and she's good to go. So it also helps with focus. Like if you're taking it the night before in the classroom and you need the focus and the mental clarity the next day, it's really good for that. She's finding great success for that. So we're excited. You get 25 stick packs in the box, and so far so good on that. So I really love that product, and it's not just for kids. Moms and dads and all the adults in the house can also use it as well. So those are my other. I also wanted to say Valor added to a cup of Epsom salts in a bath. It's a really great way to promote uplifting and just courage. And I also would say the same thing for lavender. If you need to kind of calm, relaxation, whatever, add lavender to Epsom salts for a bath time, decompress for the day. It's a great option too.
Also, Valor is really good for letting your spine release. So it's it's the chiropractor in a bottle.
Oh, cool.
If you're taking a bath with Valor, and Epsom salts, you're gonna
Mhm.
have a really nice loose spine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
Unwind, thank you. And my daughter takes it, but we would do it with water, but I'm gonna do it with milk now.
Yeah.
And he always says, "Can I have my unwind?" And everybody thinks that she's saying, "Can I have my wine?"
Yeah. Right.
Before bed wine.
That's funny. It's a kid friendly wine. I mean, if you really need, takes
Friendly
the edge
wine.
off for kids, right?
Yep.
All right. Awesome. I know Michelle's going to highlight some of the kid sense oils too. You're muted, Michelle.
Get to unmute.
Sorry, I thought I pressed it. Okay, so we have had Kids Sense oils, which is a few oils that are specifically designated for kids that are pre-diluted. We've had them for a while, but we also just came out with a bundle that gets you this beautiful owl diffuser with the Kids Scent line. So I just had to throw that, show you this little guy because my 15-year-old keeps this in her room. So it's not just for little kids. But anyways, so we have a few kids scent oils that I'm going to talk about that are great for kids during this time because, well, for example, my kids doing online school at home, there are lots of distractions. I've had to move my son from the dining room to the kitchen table, to the couch, he's like, what else can I look at? Can I pet the dog? Can I get a blanket? It's too cold. I need a pillow. I'm like, you would not be doing this in your classroom, right? But needless to say, there's lots of distractions. So one of my favorite things is Genius. It's a Kids Sense line and it's spelled Geneyeus. So it's not like spelled the regular way. So what we like to do sometimes is also put a roller top on it and you can roll it directly on them. My son, again, won't let me roll it on him. So I put it in the diffuser. And it's packed with lots of oils that are good specifically for the brain. And you guys know you can lift up the side of your oil bottle if you need to see what's inside and it will give you a list. Just in case you didn't know that. I had a lot of members that were like, I can't find what's in it. I'm like, lift right here. Okay. So the things that are in this oil blend that are great for the brain are frankincense, cedarwood, Palo Santo, and Royal Hawaiian sandalwood. So we like to put this in the diffuser. It's pre-diluted, like I think I said before, I'm not sure, but all the Kids Sense ones are pre-diluted. So if you put it directly on your kids and if their skin is super sensitive, it's already pre-diluted. So you can put it on real young kids if you feel comfortable. And you don't have to use a carrier oil if their skin is super sensitive. So all the Kids Sense ones are pre-diluted. So another Kids Sense one that I am going to talk about is Tummy Jize. So a lot of you know Di-Jize because it came in your premium starter kit, and my son likes to call it Dead Guys because he hates the smell of it. And I'm like, doesn't smell like dead guys, but I kind of understand. It's the anise, it's the fennel, the licorice smell, and all that stuff together. So some people can't hang with the Di-Jize. But Tummy Jize is like Di-Jize for kids, basically. And it smells sweet. What I like, I'm wondering, I think it's the spearmint. I didn't write down what is in it exactly.
Yeah, it's the spearmint. And that's Allie's oil. Like if she's got a stomach ache, I'm like, did you get the Tummy Jize? She's like, enough with the Tummy Jize because it always works. It always works.
Yeah, and it smells sweet. So that's why my son is like, okay, you can put it on me. And so I rub it directly on his tummy, on his lower abdomen. He sometimes has a lot of tummy aches. And one thing that I like about this too is, and I compare it to my son, is his tummy aches aren't usually from gastro issues. I'm still being compliant, but they're from being nervous and stressed out. And that's why he gets a lot of stomach aches. So a lot of the time it's right before a test, or it's right before this new school year, or just doing online learning, and his stomach gets in these knots and he's like, I have a stomach ache. And I'm like, have you gone to the bathroom? He's like, I don't have to go to the bathroom. And it's just from being nervous. So some kids, you know, process nerves in their stomach and in their gut. So Tummy Jize has really helped him. I'll just have him lay down and I'll kind of take my hand and go clockwise and counterclockwise, depending on like how his stomach's feeling. And I just rub it on him, pre-diluted, so I don't have to dilute it. Calms the tummy. Yeah, just like 1 or 2 drops. You know, our oils are so pure and potent, you literally only need 1 or 2 drops. But this is a must-have. We always have a bottle of this upstairs, because you never know when, like, you know, your tummy's gonna need it. Okay. Another oil that I want to go over is rosemary. Rosemary is awesome for kids. So rosemary is a single oil that's actually in the blend that Jen was talking about of Clarity. But rosemary is such a powerhouse. It's one of the main oils in Thieves. So if you know the story of Thieves, you'll know that rosemary is super powerful. It also supports a healthy blood pressure. It's great for your brain. It does come in a vitality, so we can say that it supports certain functions in the body compliantly. You can take it internally. This one is the non-vitality label, but again, like I said, they're the same oil, just different labels. And studies have shown that rosemary can increase memory. So if you're looking to remember something for a test, or just remember, you know, I want the kids to remember everything that they're being taught online, right? So I'll put a little rosemary in the diffuser. The smell's super strong, so you can mix it with whatever you want. It's also great for your liver. And as I don't know if you know this, but we store anger in our liver. That's where the emotion is stored. So you can rub a little rosemary on your liver, or the alarm point is on the chest. It's all from this book right here. If you guys have this, it's called Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. It's a really great book to help with emotional issues. And anger is stored in the liver, and rosemary can support the liver. It is a great combination to blend in the diffuser with rosemary, orange, and lavender. Those 3 together, amazing, amazing. So those are, oh, one more I want to talk about. So one supplement, gut health is super important, you know, during these times. And, you know, you want to keep your gut healthy, keep your immune system healthy. Even though a lot of our kids are not going to school, we still want to keep our immune system up to par, right? So one supplement that both my kiddos like to take is our Kids Sense Mighty Pro. So these are very similar to the, Unwind packets that Ashley was talking about. They're little packets like this. And you just open them up and you put them in your mouth. It's a probiotic and a prebiotic supplement formulated specifically for kids, but again, adults can take it too. If you take it as an adult, they say to take 2. I've taken 2 before if I feel like my gut needs a little bit more support. What I like about them is that they're easy to take on the go. You can put them in your purse. If you're traveling, you don't have to like measure out a certain amount for each day. You just take however many of these you need when you're on the go. It has over 8 billion life cultures. I'm just turning this alarm off, sorry. And It supports digestive health, immune system, and it tastes really good. They say it tastes like a pixie stick. That's kind of, you know, what the cliche is. So my son, Mr. Picky Pickerson over there, he will actually take these and he will suck this down so much that he like crumples it almost into his mouth. And I'm like, throw that away. When you're done, just throw it away. And he's like, no, I want to get every last drop out. It's so good. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine, do whatever you want. So it promotes healthy bacteria in the gut, because you need healthy bacteria. You don't want to get rid of all the bacteria, right? It's definitely a must-have for your immune system. It literally says on the back, fewer days of missed school. Like, who else wants that for their kids, right? So these are amazing. And what I tell my members and friends is you get 30 packs in here, and it's basically about a little bit more than $1 a day to support your child's gut health. Like, you can't beat that, you know, with a probiotic and prebiotic supplement. So we stack up on these, and I'll tell you a little secret. I kind of hoard some of these because sometimes things go in and out of stock depending on the weather and quantity. And I don't want to be without my Mighty Pros for them. So we hoard them. We have a couple packs, but should definitely be on everyone's order if you have kids in your house. Okay, so Jen's going to talk about a few more.
Okay, I'm just gonna make it quick because I wanna make sure we get done here by 5, but it's already 5, so never mind. I'll be really quick, Sleep Eyes, I just read this last night that actually Sleep Eyes is like a notch up from Tranquil. I didn't know that. Like, I had no idea. I thought that like Tranquil was like the go to sleep thing. I don't know if you guys know any other oils that are more sleepy, but Sleep Eyes is like a notch up from the Tranquil Roller.
Rutavala does too.
Oh,
So
Rutavala, yes.
Sleepy Eyes has Rutavala in it, or Ruta in it or something. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it has Ruta, but is Ruta the same as Rutavala?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. Yeah. Okay, so it has valerian, right? And that's the stinky oil. And Rutavala doesn't smell so good either, but valerian and sacred frank, Roman chamomile, lavender, ruta, bergamot, geranium, and tangerine. So this one actually smells good compared to like Rutavala and valerian, which smell terrible, but you get to sleep. But my husband my husband uses Sleep Eyes because he doesn't want to smell bad. I'm serious. He's like, I don't really like smelling bad in the morning because then I have to like take a shower. Before work, he won't take a shower anyways, yeah. So yeah, mix that with cedarwood and lavender and vetiver, and it's like, see you later with Sleep Eyes. So that's a good one for kids. Like we were talking about before, teenagers need their sleep. Little kids do too, but they sleep and they sleep early. Christina, you got a question you want to add?
I just wrote in the chat, sorry. No, Rutavala is like game changer for us. Like, it stinks, but I got a roller from a girlfriend because she was like, you need this. And I was like, I'm never using it. It smells so bad. And she was like, she gave me 10 drops in a roller, and then I added 20 drops of lavender because it smelled so bad. Yeah. But I mean, you can't smell it once you put it on. There's the thing. You're just so used to good smelling oils, but so I started using it on my feet. I literally like fall asleep talking to my husband mid-sentence. And then I finally just bought the roller myself, and now I just use that plain. And the kids do too. I had to make rollers for the girls because it just like, it knocks you out. And my girlfriend started it because she's a foster mom, and she started buying oils years ago from another woman who was a foster mom. And the woman posted a video of one of her 2-year-old toddler having a tantrum in their car seat, and she swiped the Rutavala on their feet, and within 5 minutes she was done for. So she was like, that made me a believer. I was like, still, I'm not going to use it. And then I used it, and I was like, okay, sold. Yeah.
And Rutavala with cedarwood is like you're done for.
Cedarwood or vetiver too. Mm-hmm. But I wonder what the difference, if somebody was going to use Sleepy Eyes. Sleepy Eyes, or Rudavalo? Like what would be
I don't know. I mean, I just haven't ordered it because there's
it smells
20
great.
options,
It's
but
Sleepy Eye smells way better than Rudavela. Like we have both, and Allie's like, don't use the Rudavela on me. And I was like, yes, but it works. Like and I was like, let me just put it on your spine or your feet
Yeah.
instead of like up near your neck. But
Yeah.
I think the Sleepy Eyes, because it's diluted, it's not as like a punch in the face of a smell. But
Yeah.
they both work equal,
Yeah.
equally.
It's like top. Curry was saying that it's like top notch. But it knocks my daughter out. I mean, but she's
I'm
little.
putting on my next order. Sold. I'm good. I need all the sleep. I mean, everyone needs all the sleep right now. All the children, all the parents.
Yeah.
We all need to sleep through the night without waking up. So
Yeah.
I'll take them all.
Sleepy eyes. Got it. And then sniffles, just for allergy season coming up. I mean, we want our kids to be like able to learn and like, getting everything out, all that snot out. So a little bit of sniffles in the shower if you want the steam, get everything out before you have class. I didn't realize, but it has 4 different eucalyptuses in it. It has the eucalyptus gobulus or whatever, gobulus radiata, blue, and citriodora. Like it has 4 different eucalyptuses in it: Palo Santo, marjoram, pine, cypress, black spruce, and peppermint. So that's the winner. And then
Yeah.
also obviously the thieves on the chest too.
Allie loves the sniffles. She's got big allergies, and for her it's really, I'm like, have you used your nose spray? Have you used the sniffles? Have you, like, all the things? And then if you're still having issues, come talk to me, but don't talk to me until you've tried all of the things first.
Yeah.
And problem solved it. But sniffles, yeah, definitely.
That's
Those are
what
good.
I used for my baby. Like I just put it on the outside of her little DockATot, because she's just like, and that one's kind of a weird smell. I think the Palo Santo, but I love that oil. I love that oil. We're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, so since we're recording this and we're going to probably share this with other people or other interested friends and family, we're going to just quickly say that if you are not a member of Young Living, please reach out to the person that sent this message to you and this video so that they can get you started with all of these goodies that we've talked about. When you become a member with Young Living, you get 24% off all the products. Most common way that people get started with Young Living is with a premium starter kit bundle, which consists of a beautiful diffuser that you get, about 12 oils. You could even choose the kids diffuser, and you get a bunch of samples. Like I said, the Ningxia samples. So you get a lot of stuff to try. For an amazing value. And then you get community, you get resources, classes. It's just an amazing group to be a part of. So please reach out to the person that invited you here, and they will help you get all of these amazing products. Sorry, we went a little bit over our time, but we just kind of wanted to wrap it up. And we're so happy that all of you came to join us tonight. And thank you, and we'll see you later.
Good luck teaching your kids.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Thanks for joining.